I'm here to remind you that you are not your bank account, you are not a number on a scale, you are not the number of friends you have, you're not the number of social media followers you have. You are a being of pure love and light. Hi everyone, my name is Monica and thank you so much for joining me today. I am very excited to film this video because I wanted to talk about a huge realization that I had this morning that has really changed my perspective on things, and I hope that it may help someone out there who might be going through something similar. So for about the past week, I have been having terrible, crippling anxiety every morning when I wake up. I've been trying to counteract this anxiety by doing things such as meditation or exercising or going for a walk. Just things that I know that are usually supposed to help and have helped me in the past, but it was more like a temporary thing, kind of like a band-aid, but it didn't feel like an actual cure. So basically I was on Instagram yesterday and I follow Aaron Doughty, and someone had asked him the question, how do you deal with anxiety? And he said basically that you shouldn't try to resist it, to just let it be, just let it happen. And I was like, that may be the one thing I haven't tried yet. And at this point, I'm willing to try anything. And so this morning when it happened, I remembered what he said, and I just told myself, I was like, I'm letting go. I'm not resisting. Anxiety, feel free to just take over me because I can't fight you anymore. I give up, basically. And when I did, I felt so much better, pretty much right away. And after I had did that, I was just sitting on the couch and I was thinking about what video I wanted to film today. The reason behind my anxiety came to me, and I realized that it was because of a core belief that I've been holding for a long time. And that belief that I've been holding is that I don't feel worthy. I don't feel worthy of success. So then I was trying to figure out, okay, well, why do I not feel worthy of success? What happened, or what created this belief? Because it was a subconscious belief that I wasn't aware of. And then the answer came to me in a form of numbers. So I thought about, what do I think about every day that I automatically feel anxious about? And the first thing that came to mind is my age. I'm 28 years of age. And that freaks me out every day because I'm like, I haven't done this and I haven't done that. And what about this goal? And I haven't accomplished this goal. I haven't accomplished what I want to accomplish before 30. And it's coming up so quickly. And I'm just getting older and older. And soon I'm going to die. Just all of these things that just start freaking me out. And I also listened to Aaron Doughty's videos about, I think it's the ascension process of being in the fourth dimension, and how time is just speeding up. And I feel that, and as I feel that time is speeding up, then I feel more anxious about what I haven't accomplished yet in my life. So that is probably the biggest thing right now. And then I'm always thinking about other numbers, such as the numbers in my bank account. I'm not making the amount of money I want to make. So then I start feeling anxious about that. And then I start feeling anxious about the number on the scale, my weight. I'm not at my ideal weight yet. If I get to 30, then my metabolism is going to slow down and I'm never going to be able to lose weight. And so I'm constantly thinking about calories and everything I'm eating and how much I'm exercising and how many calories I'm burning, and just driving myself nuts, being obsessed with these numbers. Because I feel like I can't, feel beautiful where I'm at because I'm not at this weight yet. And I can't feel successful because I don't have this amount of money in my bank account. And then I feel like I'm not good enough because I don't have a huge circle of friends. Here I am focusing on lack and scarcity, when of course I know better with the law of attraction that I should just feel abundant, but but I'm not feeling, or I wasn't feeling abundant. And then I think about social media, how we're constantly maybe defining ourselves or defining our self-worth and value based on how many likes we get, how many reposts, how many people share our content, how many people are following us, how many people are subscribed to us, how many people are viewing our videos. And then I realized, you know what, these numbers they're not that important. They are, but they aren't. So they are in the sense of you do need to make a certain amount of money to be able to survive, to be able to eat, to pay your bills, to be able to have the sort of lifestyle you want, to live in the house you want. I get all of that, so it is important in that sense, but it's not everything. It doesn't define who I am. It doesn't define who you are. You are still worthy. I am still worthy of everything that I desire. I am worthy of success. I don't have to be afraid of it because because my mind is telling me, well, I haven't attained all those things yet. And it'll probably sound morbid, but I tend to think of things like if I were to die tomorrow when I'm thinking about certain things. So like then I thought, well, if I die tomorrow, am I going to be on my deathbed thinking, oh, if I just would have dropped 10 more pounds, I would have been really happy. Or if I just would have made more money, if I just would have made $20,000 more by today before I died, then my life would have meant something. And I don't think most people on their deathbeds think about that. I think they're thinking about their life experiences, the people that they've shared time with, what they've learned in their life, what they think was the most important thing, what was the most important things that they actually came to the conclusion on their own of what was important and what life meant. I don't think they're thinking about those numbers, because when we die, none of that matters. After death, we're not going to be using currency, I'm pretty sure. We're not going to have social media. We're not going to have any of those things. We're going to go back to our natural state. And then it just, of course, made me remember we are eternal spiritual beings just having a temporary human experience. We are worthy just because we exist. So anything we have or don't have doesn't define us. Or we don't have to let it define us. And I know there are a lot of people out there who are very goal driven. That actually drives them to succeed and to like hit those goals and go past those goals. I'm not that type of person. I think it would be really nice to be that type of person, but if I'm not at the point that I feel like I should be at in my life, it just makes me feel like depressed, basically, to the point where I just want to numb myself so I'm not thinking about it. So I just want to like binge watch Netflix and eat a bunch of pizza and ice cream and drink alcohol so I don't have to deal with my feelings in the present moment, because it can be hard. It can feel really uncomfortable to just sit with yourself and feel all those feelings that we keep pushing away or pushing down or avoiding, when there's so many other distractions in this world that can keep us from focusing on ourselves, which also prohibits us from personal self-growth. And I cannot begin to tell you how much better I feel now confronting that personal core belief and being able to acknowledge it in order to transmute it, to change it into something else. Now I can push delete, and then I can program in a new belief, which is I am still worthy just for being me. None of those outside things can define my self-worth. And I hope you don't let it define yours, because you are freaking awesome. You are awesome no matter what. Again, you are awesome just because you exist. I kind of think of it like we are all diamonds. We're not diamonds in the rough. We're diamonds. And just because a little dirt may cover us over time, and that dirt being all of those programs, societal beliefs that, may not necessarily be true or true for you, starts to cover us and we forget who we truly are, and we forget how amazing and how powerful and how unique we are, and that we do deserve everything we desire because we are all connected. We are all part of this universe. We are made of stardust. I mean, we have the same power and energy flowing through us that creates worlds. So how could you not be worthy? And as we start to dust off those old beliefs that don't serve us anymore, we start to see our light shining through again, through that diamond, and we remember that we are a diamond. We're not just a dirt clump. And I would love to say that my anxiety is cured for good, but honestly, because that belief was so hardcore, wired and programmed into my brain, I know I'm going to have to remind myself of this daily. And I will look at those numbers, and I will look at the time, and I will look at my age and the weight and this number on the scale, and I'll have to remind myself that to decrease the importance of those numbers, because ultimately it doesn't matter. Now I know, I don't just believe, I know I'm going to achieve all of those other goals that I want and that I want to attain in life, but I can be very happy and calm here in the present. Of course, I'm always still going to ask for, if you like the video, to like the video and subscribe if you want to see more content from me, because that's the way that I can get the information I want to get out to other people so I can help more people. And that is just how the YouTube system and algorithm works, and I'm totally okay with that. I've accepted that, and I don't think it's a bad thing. So I hope this information helps some of you out there who may be struggling with anxiety or maybe with self-worth. My name is Monica, and again, I'm here to remind you that you are not your bank account, you are not a number on a scale, you are not the number of friends you have, you're not the number of social media followers you have. You are a being of pure love and light. I will see you guys soon in the next video. Bye!